Coach, as you look at this Spurs team tonight, how important is it to win the possession battle? Doing such a good job of taking the care of the basketball. How important is it to do it on your end as well?
We have to. I think they're a team that they can exploit you if you're not taking care of the basketball. You've got to make sure we're getting back in transition and recognizing where those shooters are on the floor and just then finishing possessions out is going to be key for us.
Tyler's out again tonight. Just where is he in his process? We talked about that the other day. Where is he in his process, and what's the next step for him?
I think obviously it's still no contact work, but the next step would be playing against some contact, going against there, and seeing how he recovers from that the next day.
Is this process at all taking longer than you would have expected it to, or where? I know there's not a timeline, but is this how have you handled it?
It's hard to say if it's taking longer or shorter with no timeline. But at the end of the day, it's just we always try to see how he's responding to each day and how he recovers that next day after he's gone through treatments and workouts.
What does that work specifically include? Running, jumping, those sorts of things?
Yeah.
You expect this from this team. We saw it last year, but how do you think the team has responded to not having Powell on the floor? Obviously, everyone misses him, and you guys want to see him back on the floor. But how do you feel like this team has responded and kind of come together in this moment, and has it been helpful in that way?
I mean, we miss him. There's no mistakes about that one. But at the end of the day, what we've also talked about is it's always a next man up mentality. Who can step up in those moments? Because you're not going to replace the things that he does on the floor by one individual. You have to do it by committee, and that's what this group has done, finding a way to do that, as a unit, as a group, to come together and play the way in which we have been playing.
Does Desmond or Anthony take the kind of leap that they've taken since the beginning of the season with Paolo on the floor? How much have they kind of filled in the gaps with Paolo on?
I think each person has filled in the gap in their own way. I think each guy steps up on any given night. I think that's what we've continued to talk about as a group, like our process, our ability to star in your role. When you're given an opportunity to step on the floor, you do your job. And I think a perfect example of that was the other night with Noah Panda, not getting a ton of minutes and then stepping in and starring in his role. Anthony Black doing that. So each guy that we've asked to step on the floor at any given time, is doing exactly what's been needed for this team.
I think the last time I asked about Mo, the next step for him was doing one-on-one. Just where is he in his process as he continues to rehab?
Mo's still doing the same thing. Just the next will be the one-on-one piece, the contact pieces. All those parts of it is what those steps, and it, not 5-on-5 in that situation yet, but slowly but surely he's working his way back, and his spirit has been great. His work ethic has been fantastic. So Mo's the guy that continues to bring the energy, whether he's playing or not playing, and that's what we need from him.
You mentioned Noah a moment ago. Just what have you noticed about his on-court vision when he has the ball, does the pump fake, and can drive or kick out? Like what have you liked?
I mean, he really is just a very good playmaker. His ability to, when he does have the ball in his hands, when he can back a guy down on the post-up, seeing cutters, just knowing what's going on the floor, whether he's playing the 3, the 4, or even sometimes in our small ball when he's playing the 5. I think he just has great vision and a great feel for the game.
Thank you all.
Good deal. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Franz, when you look at the way the Spurs team is playing, doing such a good job of taking care of the basketball right now, how important is it for your group to do the same and win the possession game tonight?
Yeah, really important. I think taking care of the ball and also creating extra opportunities on the glass. I think like we've been doing, obviously taking a little bit better of the ball than we did against Chicago will be important.
You guys, this will be the 10th game since Paolo's injury. Obviously, you guys miss him and need him, but what has been the reaction, and how have you guys kind of come together to kind of fill in the gaps with him out?
Yeah, I think we've been more consistent. A lot of guys stepping up and making big plays. Especially, I thought AB has been playing really well, and I think just the way we're playing is playing into everyone's ability, and making sure we maximize everyone. So I think we've been doing a good job with that.
Last year when Paolo was out, you kind of stepped into that void. Seeing someone like AB, seeing someone like Dez can, not that it's good to be out such an important player, but can it be good for certain players to kind of find their confidence and just kind of get a feel for things?
Sure. I think we've seen some of that, and obviously it's important to make sure that everything stays like that. When Paolo comes back, and obviously we want to make sure Paolo's in a good rhythm as well.
you guys tell Paolo when he's going through this process? It's obviously not the severity of last year, but to go through this again with him, and he's been out 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I think whenever a teammate goes down, I think it's important to still make sure he's feels connected to the team. I think that's tough sometimes when you're not in the drills and maybe doing stuff on the side by yourself. So I think that's the most important thing, and I think he's been doing a good job of staying engaged during games and helping guys out.
What did you notice about Noah's performance the other night when he got put in there late?
Yeah, I thought Noah's been playing really well. I mean, obviously played really well against the Celtics that game when we got subbed out, and I think it's proven that he can play important minutes.
How big has Desmond been during this stretch? Obviously he had the last 2 games with scoring 37, kind of taking on the scoring load. But how important has that been to kind of share the burden at this point?
I think that is super important for us. I think he the way he wants to play and is kind of used to playing. I think that it's very contagious, and I think honestly helped a lot of us kind of adopt that a little bit and play something more sustainable. I think basketball offensively. So. Even without him scoring like that, I think he's super important for our team.
Awesome.
Thanks, Franz.